When I stood next to Al when he went out to qualify and to put this car in the show 2 weeks ago, as he put his earpieces in, we see him coming up to one lap. His hands were shaking so badly, he could barely get his earpieces in. So no one is ever immune to the pressures of this place, and I don't think on this last lap that he's immune to it either in that cockpit. Do you?
Boy,
Karen doesn't want to look. Karen doesn't want to
Karen's
look.
face, and that tells you the story. She just crossed her fingers. She got everything crossed. She just praying to God that he can make it around the rest of this last remaining lap.
He's in the short chute between turns 1 and 2.
Going down
the back stretch. Now he's into turn 3.
He can coast from there, right? Just about.
When he comes off of turn 4, he can slide across.
That's Chris Mears, Rick Mears' wife, hugging Karen. And now here it is. Your brother, Al Unser, joins A.J. Foyt as one of only 2 men ever to win the Indianapolis 500 4 times in his life.
That is fabulous. That is absolutely fabulous. I just cannot believe it.
Bobby, congratulations. That is simply fantastic.
Thank you.
That's just great.
This has been a day. This makes up for Robbie getting his leg broken.
One to go for John Paul Jr. What an odyssey to get here today. John Paul Jr. not in this car at the start of the year. Of course, it was Mike Gross at that time. Now he is in it, looking at a victory. Mike Groff rolls it off the final corner. And John Paul Jr. has taken the win, the 10 car.
That is a big puff of smoke.
Yeah, it sure is. We've only got 2 laps to go. As a matter of fact, Jacques Lazier is coming down next time to complete lap number 199, and so far no caution from the IRL officials, although Cheever is driving through a huge smoke screen down there.
You can see the problem for the drivers. They can't see, they don't know, and he's had to lift out of the throttle. Luckily he wasn't really challenging anybody at that point, but if that had been a very close challenge, it could have been a problem with all that smoke out there.
This is an historic day for the Indy Racing League. Jacques Lazier is about to win his first Indy Racing League event, and Sam Hornish is about to win the title and become the youngest champion ever in Major League Open Wheel Racing. Here's the checkered flag, and Jacques Lazier wins at Chicagoland.
And they're trying Brian Herrera to go nice and easy as he goes by the front straightaway with 3 to go. Oh, less than that. We're down to the end of this baby.
He was
white flag.
8 miles an hour slower on the last lap than second place Castroneves.
Finish line. I just need to get around him.
He may be able to do it. He may be able to do it. He can do it. Brian Herta. Michael Andretti's team splits the team, plays the gamble, and Brian Herta takes his first win in the Indy Racing League.
Coming down to get the white flag this time. White flag.
The only guy that's got a shot at it right now is Barron, and he knows it, but he's searching. He doesn't know what to do. Look where Sam is in the white line.
Sam Hornish, brand new Chevrolet Gen 4 engine being chased by Toyotas. A Barron, Schefter, Sharp, Dixon, and Takagi. Honda is 8. Here we go. They go side by side into 3. Coming for the line, coming for the flag. Hornish has got him by a nose, but Barron now pushes ahead. Barron takes it. Barron takes the win from second place. Alex Barron has won at Michigan 400 miles, and they battled every inch of the way. Morris Nunn Racing celebrates.
Coming to the one, well, we'll get the white flag here.
And again, that's the flexibility. He's saying switch positions. He's not going to black flag him and make him go through the pit lane. He'll simply say, Serbia got the position, let him go ahead.
Glock continues to run at the front of the pack. Tony Kottman just telling us live. It's the last lap, of course. Serbia belongs in front. And if Glock doesn't let him by, Derek, I wonder where he'll be ranked at the conclusion here.
I don't know, but the League of Nations street fight here is playing out, and maybe the Spaniard is going to finally get his very first win. He's going to pass him here. He's going to pass him.
He's going to let Servia go. We're told that Glock has been told to move over, and there goes Servia. Glock tucks back in. Now he's got a couple of corners to try to come back.
Go get him.
They've let Servia grab the lead on that ruling by Tony Cotman, the head official here for Champ Car.
Servia has never won a Champ Car race. He has a drag race from the hairpin.
Justin Wilson trying to get second away from Glock. Couple of corners to go, less than half a lap to the checkers here in Montreal.
Glock is going to try one more time, maybe. Is he close enough?
No power to pass left for either driver. Servia leading. This car won here a year ago in the hands of Bruno Junqueira.
Woohoo!
Trouble in the last corner? No, everybody stays clean, and Oriol Servia will win.